Yo, 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 yo. Salute, salute, salute. What's going on, people? It's your boy Jay Jordan back again with another WNBA watch along. I know it's been a while, but I am back. Hope everyone is doing well. Sorry for starting the stream so late. I got caught up watching this Indiana and Toronto game, and before you knew it, it was time to start, and I didn't have everything I needed to get ready, but we're here before the game starts. Just as an update, Indiana is currently up 9 on Toronto with about 2 minutes 11 seconds left. In the other game that's going on, the Connecticut Sun are beating the LA Sparks. LA Sparks 85 to 73. 85-73. All right. Let's get ready for this Liberty game. 1 second. Let me turn this off. So loud. Getting ready for this Liberty Con Landing. What's going on, Liz? What's going on? Hope all is well. Hope all is well. All right. So the New York Liberty 22-14 taking on the Chicago Sky 13-22. Let's start out with the starting lineup. Sabrina Ionescu is back in the lineup after missing a game with the ankle scare. You have Pauline Astier, Rebecca Allen, Brianna Stewart, and Jonquel Jones. Off the bench, you have Raquel Carrera, Marine Johannes, Rebecca Gardner, Han Shu, Marine Fo Tux, and Annalie Maley is activated for the game. For the Chicago Sky, you got Courtney Vandersloot, Sydney Taylor, Natasha Cloud, Azare Stevens, and Kamilla Cardoso off the bench. Rachel Banham, JC Sheldon, Elizabeth Williams, Dejanay Carrington, Gabriella Hodges, Chloe Bibby, and Aisha Coulibaly. That's the lineup for the Chicago Sky. All right. 1 second, y'all. I was over here streaming the game to the people in the Discord. I'm gonna have to kick them off, or they can end up watching it on the other one while I kick them off of here, because I need this computer. Sorry, y'all. I had to kick y'all off, but I need to watch this game. All right, cool. So Liberty game hasn't started as of yet. I'm watching on League Pass. That's how I'm watching this game. Let me end this TikTok and restart. This thing is always banning me for some reason. Restart this. There we go. All right. They're talking about the game. I'm gonna do my recap for last game and this game. For the game against the Connecticut Sun. I didn't get to watch that live, and I haven't rewatched the whole game yet. So I have to get around to watching that. But I know the Liberty did win the game. Liberty looking to get the win here tonight. All right, cool. I think we're good to go now. They're starting lineups now for this game. Let me know your thoughts. Leave in the comments. Do you think the Liberty will win, or do you think the Chicago Sky will win? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Shout out YouTube, TikTok, Twitch. Appreciate everyone tuning in for tonight's watch along. Shout out everyone tapping in. There's 4 games on the schedule tonight. 2 games are ending now. 2 games are starting now. So a busy night here in the W. Liberty are 9-2 in their last 11 games. Averaging 96.1 points per game. So they're hoping to have a good start today. They didn't have a good start against the Connecticut Sun, but they came back in the second quarter and onward to take care of business. Let's see if they can get off to a good start here on the road. With Sabrina back in the lineup, and we're off, people. Game has kicked off, and ball is in play here with the New York Liberty. Pauline Astier, they leave her wide open, and she takes up the space. Gets it down to Sabrina, guarded by Natasha Cloud. Comes off the screen. Sabrina keeps the dribble alive. Sabrina spins. Back pass to Pauline on the cut, and reverse layup is good. Good eyes there by Sabrina. And Liberty are on the board. Pauline Astier with the basket. Vandersloot over to Sydney Taylor, who's back in the lineup. Tries to get it to Cardoso, who cannot catch it. And out of bounds. Sydney Taylor has been the Liberty's Achilles heel since she's been playing them. Brought us down to the wire in the first game and gave us about 30 in the second game. Liberty ended up winning both games, but it's always a tough challenge going against an athletic guard like a Sydney Taylor. Liberty do lead the season series 2-0, both 1.1 wins, 96-95 in game 1, 95-94 in game 2. Astier tries to go corner to Rickea Allen. It's a turnover. Sydney Taylor on the attack. Sydney Taylor down the hill, gets fouled immediately on her first drive, and she'll go to the line for 2 free throws. That's what Sydney Taylor does. She has a high motor. She got the steal, went coast to coast. Nobody picked up the ball until she was in the paint, and it was a foul. She missed the last 5 games with a groin injury and didn't show any signs of slowing down there. Second free throw is up and good. Sydney Taylor knocks down both free throws, and the game's tied at 2. Ball in play here with Sabrina Ionescu. Sabrina comes off the screen going right. Finds Jonquel. Jonquel corner to Stewie. Stewie pump fakes for 3. Gets around Cardoso. Double clutches and scores. Brianna Stewart on the board. She's been struggling the last 2 or so games, but it's good to see her get a layup to start. Taylor comes off the screen. Gets it out to Cloud. Cloud launches a 3, and she buries it. Sky in the lead. Liberty are keen on trying to stop drives to the paint, which leads them susceptible to 3-point shots. Cloud knocks down the 3. Stewie comes off the screen. She shoots a 3 in response off the rim. Can't get it to go. And Cloud skies in for the rebound. No pun. Cloud passes it down to Cardoso. One leg fall away over Stewie. It bounces around and Astier gets the rebound. Astier pushes in transition. Hands it off to Jones. Jones pump fakes. Jones down the lane. Goes up. Double clutches. Foul and 1. Jonquel Jones to the basket. And she'll go to the line for the 3-point play. Jonquel Jones looked like a little bit of a travel there, but Cardoso goes for the pump fake. He drives against 2 players, draws the foul, will go to the line. So Jonquel Jones had 23 points, 11 rebounds in that last game, and she's up to 3 already as she knocks down the free throw for the 3-point play. Score is 7-5. Liberty on top here. Ball over to Taylor. Taylor throws it out to Stevens. Stevens down the lane, throws up the floater and scores. And Azare Stevens knocks down the floater. It's game tied at 7. Brianna Stewart, right side of the floor, attacks Cardoso, goes cross court, but it gets deflected and stolen. That's 2 turnovers already by the Liberty. Vandersloot lobs it up to Cloud. Cloud pump fakes, no look to Taylor in the corner for 3, and it's off to the right. Astier with another rebound. Astier gets it over to Jones. Jones back to Astier, wide open. She's wide open for 3, off the back of the rim, fight for the rebound. Vandersloot, oldest player on the floor, I think, grabs the rebound, and she goes coast to coast, gets cut off over to Stevens. Stevens on the drive, goes cross court to Taylor. Taylor drives right, gets Astier on her, goes over back to Cloud. Cloud launches for 3, and she misses. Fight for the rebound. Cardoso goes up, and it's a jump ball. Sabrina draws the jump ball on Cardoso. That should be an easy win for Kamilla Cardoso there on the jump ball. Oh, did they call a foul? Oh, they called a foul on Sabrina. I thought they called a jump ball. Oh, they do call a jump ball. Okay. The commentators confused me. Cardoso versus for Sabrina. Now the referees are confused who the jump ball should be between here. So jump ball between Sabrina and Kamilla Cardoso. That should be an easy win for Kamilla Cardoso. She has the height advantage. So it was a lane, basically a jump ball violation. Chicago gets possession. Ball over to Vandersloot. Vandersloot over to Stevens. Stevens gets it over to Taylor, who's wide open at the foul line and knocks down the jumper. Sydney Taylor back like she never left. And Chicago retakes the lead. Jonquel over to Stewie. Stewie gets the ball and loses it, catches it back, and now hits the jump shot. Ties the game at 9. Ball in play here with Vandersloot over to Taylor. Taylor down to Stevens against Rickea Allen. Goes up, gets blocked there by Rickea Allen. Rickea Allen gets it over to Jonquel Jones. Finds Sabrina. Sabrina wide open for 3. And Sabrina, first shot is good from the left wing. Sabrina Ionescu knocks down to 3. Liberty retake the lead 12-9. Natasha Cloud gets downhill, almost loses the ball, lobs it up to Cardoso. Cardoso goes and draws the foul. And the foul is on Pauline Astier. But look at Rickea Allen. Nice block there. Gets it over to Jonquel. Quick pass up the floor. Finds Sabrina wide open for 3. So Cardoso at the line to shoot 2 free throws. First free throw is up and good. Cardoso knocks it down. And Dejanay Carrington is checked in for the Chicago Sky. Cardoso knocks down the second. Scores 12-11. New York on top by 1. Sabrina Ionescu with the ball. Approaching 6 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Sabrina tries to get it, but Dejanay tips it. Gets it over to Jonquel, though. Rickea Allen on the drive. Tries to hook pass it. Gets it stripped and stolen. And J.C. Sheldon has possession. Rickea Allen full court defense. They get it up to Natasha Cloud. No look to Stevens, who lays it in. And Chicago retakes the lead 13-12. So Liberty being a little sloppy on these passes, getting them deflected and stolen, which resulting in points here. And Jonquel Jones unable to catch the bullet pass there from Stewie. It's another turnover for the Liberty. It's never fails, huh? Never fail. You gotta throw the ball nicely to Jonquel, nice and soft in her hand. She can't snag it like a wide receiver. Ball over to Carrington. Carrington pump fakes, attacks Rickea Allen into the paint, shoots off to the left, and rebound by Rickea Allen. Gets it over to Astier. Astier over to Jonquel in the paint, spins. Nowhere to go with it, and it's a travel. So that's 3 turnovers in a row here for the Liberty. Uncommon Truth, salute, salute. Appreciate you tapping in. So I think that's 5 turnovers for the Liberty here in the first quarter. They're down 1, 13-12. Cloud gets it over to Sheldon. Sheldon crossover, tries to attack Sabrina, rescreen. Sheldon's double clutches, throws it away, and Rickea Allen gets the steal. Good defense there by Sabrina on the recovery. Rickea Allen finds Stewie. Stewie goes up. Left hand lay is good. Liberty retake the lead. 14-13. 14-13 is the score. Over to Cardoso, finds a cutting Stevens, gets fouled, and 1. And Azare Stevens will go to the line now for the 3-point play. Liberty fouling and turning the ball over. And the Sky have the lead here. We go to our first time out of the game. Liberty down 1 with 4:27 to go. Chicago's up 15-14. So Liberty have some work to do here already. Turning the ball over is never a recipe for success. They have Breanna Stewart has 2 turnovers already. 2, 3, 4, 5 turnovers total already. So they have some things to address here so far. Salute to everyone tapped in, YouTube, TikTok, Twitch. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you're new here. Helps the channel out tremendously. And we do watch-alongs all season long. We'll be back tomorrow for a late game. I think it's the Lynx. The Lynx play somebody tomorrow. The Valkyries, I believe. Yep, Lynx and the Valkyries play tomorrow at 10 p.m. I'll be doing that game, so make sure you're tapped in. Make sure you're subscribed so you get notified when I'm about to go live. And then on Thursday, we'll be back for another game. I have to look at my schedule that I put out. Thursday, we'll do the Indiana and Dallas game at 8 p.m. That game's on Prime. So make sure you're in for the next 2 days to hang out with us and the community on the watch-alongs. So Liberty have some work to do here. They're fouling too much. They're getting caught in mismatches a lot as well. Leaving to open cutters. Azare Stevens already with 6 points. And you got Sydney Taylor with 4. For the Liberty, Stewart leads with 6 points. You got 3 from Jonquel, 3 from Sabrina, and 2 from Pauline Astier. And a timeout right now. Broadcast is back. Broadcast is back. Talk Breanna Stewart. They talk after the game on Saturday. Her thoughts, and she talking about how she would hope for the team to be consistent as we get towards the tail end of the season. They said they're getting more comfortable with their defense's foundation, but it's still a little shaky so far. Still a little shaky. Let's see if they can improve here. I'm going to put the Aces game on so I can keep an eye on that. We need Aces to do us a favor here for the Liberty. If the Aces win and the Liberty win, I think the Liberty would overtake the Aces. Overtake the Dream, excuse me, for fifth in the standings. So keeping a close eye on that game. Ball over to Sabrina Ionescu. Comes off the screen from Jonquel, now guarded by Cardoso. She dribbles back out to 3. 10 on the shot clock. Sabrina tries to get it down to Jonquel. It's a kick ball. It goes out of bounds. It stays with the Liberty. Or they don't call it kick. They just say it's off her foot. 8 seconds on the clock. Oh, they reset it to 14. So score is 16-14. Chicago's on top. It's a Liberty ball. Sabrina to inbound. Gets it into Rebecca Gardner, the ex-Chicago Sky player. Gets it over to Sabrina, right side of the court. Sabrina comes off the screen. Sabrina crosses over. Sabrina up top to Beck Gardner with 3 on the clock. Down to Jonquel. 1 leg fall away over Cardoso. She knocks it down. Good shot there by Jonquel Jones. Ties the game at 16. Ball in play here with Tosh Cloud. Game tied at 16. Over to Cardoso. Top of the key. Hands it off to Dejanay. Dejanay on the drive. Steps through. And Beck Gardner just rips it away. And then it gets tripped up by Dejanay Carrington. Good defense there by Beck Gardner. Just snatched it right out of Dejanay's hands. And drew the foul. Mads, what up? A ball in play here with the Liberty. Game tied at 16. Sabrina comes off the screen. Now with Cardoso on her. You gotta move the ball quickly. And it looks like Jonquel is holding her left ankle. She's in a little bit of discomfort, and that's not a good sign here. That's 2 fouls on Dejanay Carrington already. And Jonquel Jones is still sitting on the floor, nursing that left ankle. Now, we can't have that now. We cannot have that. We gotta move. Oh, it looks like her foot she just stepped on Dejanay Carrington's foot and turned that ankle turned. So Jonquel goes to the bench and she's going back to the locker room here. Oh boy, of course. Sabrina with the ball. Sabrina goes over to Beck Gardner. Beck Gardner finds Honshu. Honshu loads up for a three, her first touch of the game, and it's too strong. Ball over to the sky. Vandersloot with possession. Vandersloot finds Jaquez, the rookie. Jaquez back to Vandersloot, top of the key. Elizabeth Williams comes to set the screen. Vandersloot gets downhill, goes cross court to Sheldon. Sheldon loads up for a three, air ball, and Sabrina gets the long rebound. Sabrina bounce pass to Gardner. It sneaks through two Sky players and lays it in. New York up 2. I was nervous that pass wasn't going to make it through, and it does. It looks like Chicago had a turnover on the inbound, so it should be Liberty ball. Beck Gardner, one of the oldest players on the court, 36 years of age, outruns all the young guns and lays it in. Con landing with the there goes Dejanay. Ball over to Sabrina. Off the inbound. To catch the shot is an air ball. There was no need for that. But listen, Sabrina going to do that. 18-16, Liberty in the lead. Vandersloot comes off the screen. Gets to her midi. Shoots the midi. In and out. Honshu boxes out for the rebound. Gets it over to Sabrina. Sabrina crosses half court. Sabrina picks up her dribble. She keeps doing this, getting put in tough spots here. Ball back to Sabrina from Honshu. Finds Han on the roll. Honshu goes up and lays it in. So Liberty take a 4-point lead here. It's 20-16. J.C. Sheldon brings it up court over to Elizabeth Williams. Finds Tosh Cloud. Cloud on the drive. Throws up the shot. Tried to draw a foul. Gets her own rebound. Reverse layup is up and good. Beck Gardner thought she did her work. Started running down the court, but an outlet over to Stewie. Stewie catches it and sneaks it in off the long outlet pass. 22-18. Liberty have to finish possessions. Ball over to Elizabeth Williams. Comes off the screen. Vandersloot does. Vandersloot fakes the pass, hands it off to Jaquez. Jaquez spins, and they call a travel on Gabriela Jaquez. Turnover by the Sky. Mad salute for the Jewels. What up, Kyle? Says Beck Allen revenge game. Look, Beck Allen's been hooping since she's been in the starting lineup. Marine Fotux is in the game for Sabrina Ionescu, as well as Marine Johannes. The Marine Corps is in the game. Oh, no look from Marine J to Rebecca Gardner. And her first assist of the game is 24-18. Communicate, Liberty. Vandersloot comes off the screen. They back up. She shoots the midi and scores. You got to communicate. Vandersloot knocks down the midi. It's 24-20. Ball over to Beck Gardner. Down to Honshu. Honshu gets the ball poked away from behind by Elizabeth Williams. Good hands there by the vet. Chicago with it. Sheldon. Dangerous pass gets poked away by Beck Gardner. Vandersloot recovers it in the backcourt. Vandersloot calling for the screen. Vandersloot comes off the screen. Vandersloot hezzy move. Reverse layups. Can't get it to go. Elizabeth Williams comes in and draws the foul on the offensive rebound. Elizabeth Williams, as they mentioned, shooting below 42% from the field, from the free throw line this season. And Elizabeth Williams misses the first free throw. Stewie goes to the bench for a breather for the last 46 seconds of the quarter. Who checked back in? Beck Allen checked back in. Second free throw is up and good. So score is 24-21. 42 seconds ago, Marine Johannes with the ball at half court, waiting for the screen. Gets a rescreen from Honshu. Marine steps, gets it over to Marine F. Back to Marine J. Floater is up, can't get it to go. And Jaquez with the rebound. Jaquez pushing in transition. Ball over to Sheldon. Sheldon for three. In and out. Oh, Azare Stevens with the offensive rebound. She gets the rebound again. Around 3 Liberty players. Stevens throws it out to Vandersloot. Vandersloot jump pass to Stevens. Stevens goes up, foul, and 1. And Chicago will go to the line for the 3-point play. You got to get these offensive rebounds. It gives them second and third chance opportunities. Azare Stevens goes up, gets fouled on the rotating Marine Fotooks. And she's at the line for the 3-point play, which she knocks down. Game tied at 24. 7 seconds to go. Marine Johannes with the ball. The player you want with it at this time. 2 seconds. 1 second. Marine off one leg for 3 off the front of the rim. And that's how the first quarter ends. So game tied at 24 through 10 minutes. Hopefully Jonquel Jones is okay. I don't see her on the bench area after she tweaked her ankle. So we'll see what the word is on Jonquel Jones. That'll be another injury to the Liberty at this point in the season. I mean, what do you expect at this point, you know? All right, so taking a look at the box score, you have Breanna Stewart leading the way with 8 points for the Liberty. 3 for Sabrina Ionescu. You have 5 for Jonquel Jones before she turned her ankle. 2 for Pauline Astier. You have 4 for Beck Gardner and 2 for Han Shu. You have 1 assist from Marine Johannes. For the Chicago Sky, you have 5 from Tosh Cloud, 2 from Vandersloot, 10 for Azare Stevens, 2 for Cardoso, 4 for Sydney Taylor, and then you have 1 for Elizabeth Williams. Dejanay Carrington came in and got 2 quick fouls. Liberty did shoot 61% from the field in that quarter, but the turnovers killed them. They had 6 turnovers in the quarter. They are winning the assist battle 10-7, but they are losing the rebound battle 10-7 as well. Liberty shooting 16% from 3. So they're gonna need to have some improvements there. Only 1 3 made, and that's by Sabrina Ionescu. They're 1 for 5. Oh, 1 for 7, excuse me. So some things have to improve here for the Liberty in the second quarter, but it's 24-24. Salute everyone tapped in, YouTube, TikTok, Twitch. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Helps the channel out tremendously. Keeping an eye on this Atlanta and Vegas game. Atlanta is currently up 17-14 in the first quarter. Wow, good question. Do I think playoff teams will activate dev contracts to rest starters? I mean, teams that have clinched, I wouldn't be surprised. But I think it's still a little too early to start resting. Those players will have rest for the whole FIBA break in a couple games. So no need to rest them now. They'll probably play like the last 1 or 2 games of the season if seeding is not up in the air. But right now, I think teams will play their full complement of players until they no longer have to. Again, all those players that aren't going to the FIBA World Cup will have all that time to rest. So I don't think it's needed. They're showing highlights from the Liberty's 2 games against the Sky, in which they are 2-0. Ball and play here with the Chicago Sky to start this second quarter. Same lineup that ended the game. Ended the first quarter, excuse me. Comes back out for the second for the Liberty, and they force a turnover. Ball and play here with the Liberty. So they have a lineup of Fotooks, Johannes, Allen, Shu, and Asti on the court. And a dangerous pass there and picked up by Vandersloot. Outlet out to Jaquez. Jaquez outruns everybody and scores. Marine Fotooks with the ball. I don't really like this lineup. I don't think I've ever seen this lineup before. But I think with Jonquel Jones out, the Liberty are trying things. Beck Allen, corner 3, off the side of the rim. Astier with the rebound, saves it, but right to Vandersloot. Vandersloot pushing in transition. Vandersloot gets it over to Jaquez in the corner for 3. Too strong, fight for the rebound. And Azare Stevens is just taller than everybody down there. She attacks Astier, and then Astier has to foul there. So Azare Stevens, when Honshu is out the paint, she had Astier on her. That's a little down there. Ball in play here with Vandersloot. Finds Azare. Out to Jaquez. Jaquez back to Azare. Back out to Jaquez. Jaquez crossover. Back to Azare. Azare corner 3. Can't get it. Good defense there on that possession. And Fotooks with it. Fotooks pushing in transition. Fotooks with the crossover. Cross court pass to Astier. Finds Beck Allen. Left corner 3. Beck Allen too strong. And the Liberty struggling to score here to start this second quarter. It was a good look. She was wide open. Just could not finish. Finds Rachel Banham. Banham off the screen. Banham off balance midi. Can't get it to go. Honshu has to do better and get those rebounds. Jaquez gets the offensive rebound and scores. Offensive rebounds killing the Liberty so far. 28-24. Astier comes off the screen. Astier gets downhill and lays it off the bottom of the backboard. Chicago in transition. Vandersloot over to Banham. Banham back to Vandersloot. Vandersloot to Stevens. And she smokes the layup. Honshu grabs the rebound. Liberty get away with one there. Fotooks with the crossover downhill. And they said the foul is on the floor. I don't really like this lineup for the Liberty. It hasn't produced good offensive results so far. They haven't scored yet. Brianna Stewart comes in. Jonquel Jones still not on the bench here. So, yeah, we still don't see Jonquel on the bench. He is in the locker room here. So, when it rains, it pours for the Liberty. Ball over to Stewart. Stewart finds Fotooks. Fotooks over to Marine. Marine comes off the screen. Marine over to Honshu. Honshu stops. Back to Marine. Cross court to Fotooks. Fotooks pump fakes for 3. Steps back. 3 on the clock. Fotooks. Deep 3. And it's way off, and it's a shot clock violation. The Liberty have yet to score here in the second quarter. Just been second chance points all day here for the Sky. 28-24. Vandersloot finds Cardoso going down the lane. Gets blocked by Honshu. Stewie snags the rebound. Stewie over to Fotooks. Corner to Marine. Back up to Fotooks. Fotooks off the screen. Fotooks finds Honshu wide open for 3. And she saves the Liberty. Knocks down the right wing 3. And their first point in the last 4.5 minutes. 28-27. Vandersloot with the ball. Oh, finds a cutting Cloud. Liberty lost, looking around. Cloud cuts behind the defense, and a timeout by Chris DeMarco. Ran this lineup a little bit too long, in my opinion, with Fotooks, Johannes, and Astier, the 3 French guards. I think you ran it just a little bit way too long. But Sky up 30-27 in the quarter. Liberty getting outscored. It's only 6-3 in the quarter, but it feels worse, I should say. Yeah, cause I mean, anytime you come in, you see me rubbing my head. The Liberty are doing what the Liberty do best: frustrate me. All right, we're in a timeout right now. A timeout the Liberty needed badly. Salute Kobe on TikTok said I need Liberty to take over the second quarter now. Hopefully from your lips to God's ears, because they clearly going back to stinking up the second quarters. Carlin said, who has the better chance of getting a third season as their team's head coach, Tyler or Lynn? I think Tyler. Lynn Roberts, she might be cooked, man. They just got smacked up by the Sun today. They may be cooked. All right, score is 30-27. Liberty, up and down first quarter. They're getting beat on the boards, which is what it is. If you're just joining, Jonquel Jones is out. She hasn't come back to the game or the bench. With a turned left ankle. Looked like she landed on Dejanay Carrington's foot while trying to post up. Turned her ankle, and Jonquel Jones seems like she's gonna be out for the game. We'll see what they report and say, excuse me. But she was off to a good start. She had 5 points on 2 of 2 shooting. But listen, that's how the Liberties last couple of years have gone. Just turnovers, folding in the second or third quarter, and then injuries. Still in a timeout here. It's probably good that they're in a long timeout because they need it. Let me fix this. This thing isn't supposed to be showing this score. There we go. Couple Liberty shirts there in Wintrust Arena. Game is being played in Chicago. Beck Gardner's checked in, and that's what I was hoping. Yeah. Instead of having the 3 French guards out there, you gotta at least have a defensive presence out there. There we go. Now we have Sabrina and Beck Gardner back in the game. And we have a foul here away from the play. Foul on number 11? Or is that... Oh, that was on Sydney Taylor. Number 12. Zachary? No, I don't bet anymore. I used to bet. I just don't bet anymore. I think bet it out. The thrill when it first came to New York had me, but not so much anymore. Sabrina with the ball. Sabrina drives left, hook pass over to Chris DeMarco on the bench, and another turnover here by the Liberty. 10 turnovers, and we're not even 15 minutes into the game. Crazy, man. This team is a joke, bro. Ball down to Cardoso against Honshu. Goes across the lane and scores. 32-27. Chicago in front. Simple offense. Get the ball to your big and let your big go to work. Honshu attacks from the perimeter, loses the ball, gets it back, fight for the ball, and it's a jump ball between or did they call a foul? They're gonna call a foul on Vandersloot. 32-27. And it's Liberty basketball. Sabrina to inbound. Sabrina gets it over to Marine Johannes. Can the Liberty kickstart their offense here? Marine comes off the screen. Marine, re-screen going to her right. Finds Honshu, loads up for another 3, and it's Honshu with all 6 points here in the second quarter for the Liberty. She's hit 2 threes, and it's 32-30. Guy on top, ball over to Banham, guarded by Gardner. Finds Cardoso. Cardoso finds Banham off the screen. Banham picks up her dribble, finds Taylor. Taylor for a deep 3 off the back of the rim, and Stewart tips it. Marine gets it, and back to Brianna Stewart. Finds Honshu. Honshu looking for Sabrina. Gets it over to Sabrina. Sabrina left-hand drive, gets the ball poked away from behind, and another turnover. Ball over to Banham. Banham for 3. Misses, thankfully. And Beck Gardner with the rebound. Over to Sabrina. This is what y'all wanted. Sabrina with another oh, they call a foul on Vandersloot. I was about to say another turnover on Sabrina. Bruh, take care of the basketball. 11 turnovers in the first half, and we're not even halfway through. Like, we're just about halfway through, I should say. Jeez. Still no Jonquel Jones. Raquel Carrera has to get minutes with Jonquel Jones still in the locker room. Sabrina with the ball. Can she take care of it this time? Sabrina on the drive. Sabrina goes, stops, reverses, steps through, throws up the floater, and scores. Nice footwork there by Sabrina. And it results in a nice floater. Game tied at 32. Natasha Cloud, ex-Liberty with the ball, gets it over to Cardoso. Back to Cloud. Cloud loads up for a three, and she rattles one in. Natasha Cloud, probably playing with a little extra juice here, knocks down the left wing three. And the Sky go back up 5. Sabrina tries to respond, and an ill-advised shot misses. Natasha Cloud with the rebound. Cloud pulls up for another one. Same spot, same result. Back-to-back threes there for Natasha Cloud, and the Sky quickly go back up 6. Sabrina dribbles into a trap, finds Stewie. Stewie finds Marine. Corner to Beck Gardner. Beck Gardner for 3, way too strong. And Sydney Taylor with the rebound. Sydney Taylor pushing, finds Vandersloot. Vandersloot wide open for 3, and that's 3 straight threes for the Sky. Timeout, Liberty. So Liberty doing what the Liberty do. Falling asleep, not converting on the offensive end, and letting people just walk into threes on the other end. Game was just tied. It's a quick 9-0 run by the Sky. Team a joke, man. Team is a joke. Looking at the box score, you got for the Sky, you got 13 for Natasha Cloud on 3 of 4 shooting from 3. Got Courtney Vandersloot knocking down a 3. She has 5 points. For the Liberty, 8 for Brianna Stewart, 5 for Sabrina, 2 for Astier. Han Shu, the leading, tie for the team's leading scorer with 8 off the bench. Yaya, I don't know if Jonquel's coming back. They haven't said she is, but she's not even sitting on the bench right now, so not looking good for her return. Yeah. Salute to everyone tapped in. Liberty. It was too good to be true. The improvement in the second quarter, they've reverted back to Liberty settings. 17-8 here in the second quarter. A time where the Liberty can sort of control their destiny against one of the teams that's outside of the playoffs. They continue to falter here. Yeah. It was a first quarter injury for Jonquel. Well, game's still early. They're down 9. I think the biggest lead of the game so far for both teams. So let's see if the Liberty can respond after this timeout. Hey, what's up, Beulah? Did I like the mascot reveal for Toronto Tempo? It was alright. You had a bunny and a sea turtle, Arctic turtle, or something like that. It was okay. We're still in the timeout right now. Liberty need another one because they're getting killed. 3 straight threes here by the Chicago Sky. 2 by ex-Liberty player Natasha Cloud, and then the other by the ex-Liberty player Vandersloot. So ex-Liberty players killing the Liberty in that last run. Probably a little salty how they got done. Nah, it's not that. We just suck. Ball in play here with Sabrina, and we turn it over immediately. Oh my God. This team is terrible. We come out of a timeout and turn it over immediately. God, I hate this team. Ball in play here with Cloud. Cloud hands it off to Carrington. He finds Vandersloot. Vandersloot off the screen. Vandersloot, midi is up, and she knocks it down. Double-digit lead here for the Chicago Sky. Simple offense. Pass, screen, dribble, shot. Wide open. Asti on the attack gets downhill and lays it in on Vandersloot. Back to a 9-point game. 43-34. Ball over to Taylor. Taylor in the corner. Wide open. Rattles in and out. Ball gets tipped out. Offensive rebound. And the pass to DiJonai lob is good. We have a 6'11 player on the floor that can't get a rebound over a 5'10 player. A 13-2 run here by Chicago. Astier with the ball. Astier off the screen. Finds Breanna Stewart. Gets fouled by Natasha Cloud. Liberty getting absolutely killed on the boards. So Liberty in the bonus now. Let's shoot free throws the rest of the quarter. The offensive rebounds are killing the Liberty tonight. 8 offensive rebounds for the Chicago Sky. Dewey at the line. First free throw is up, and it's off the back of the rim. J.C. Sheldon comes back in for the Chicago Sky. Excuse me. Second free throw is up, and she knocks it down. So 10-point game, 45-35 for the Sky. Sydney Taylor hands it off to Cloud. Cloud with the ball. Cloud hands off to DiJonai. Up top to Taylor. Taylor comes off the screen with a head of steam. Cross court over to DiJonai. DiJonai on the drive. Hands it off to Cardoso. Cardoso goes up and travels. So 45-35, 2.5 to go here in the first half. Astier goes behind the back. Astier gets downhill, nobody home, lays it in with the left. So Pauline Astier with the left hand layup. It's an 8-point game, 45-37. Cloud over to Carrington. Carrington comes off the screen, finds Sheldon on the cut, out to Cloud. Cloud on the drive. Cloud, floater is up, can't get it to the dough. Cardoso offensive rebound and put back. Honshu came over to help. Nobody helped the helper. As Astier gets downhill again, reverse layup again is good for Astier. She scores again. It's 47-39. Liberty trading buckets right now. Ball over to Carrington. Wide open for 3 off the back of the rim. Honshu gets it over to Sabrina. Sabrina comes off the screen. Finds Honshu. Honshu fakes the pass. Hands it off to Astier. Astier on the drive. Finds Honshu on the roll. Goes up. Gets fouled. And Honshu will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. What up, Johnny? Yo, you think New York Liberty are going to win? I hope so, my friend. I hope so. Unano Jones turned her ankle in the first quarter. Landed on somebody's foot. On DiJonai Carrington's foot. She hasn't been back since. She's not even on the bench. Liberty shoot 85% from the line as a team. They're first in the W as Honshu knocks down the first. Azare Stevens is back in. She had a good first quarter. Had like 10 points in the first. Honshu, second free throw was good. So Honshu cuts the lead down to 6. Honshu, the leading scorer for the Liberty, I believe, with 10 points. And a foul here by Pauline Astier. Third foul on Pauline Astier. Munana, can she come back? We'll see, but they haven't said she will. She's not even sitting on the bench, so we'll see if they get her good for the second half. Blue for the Jules match. DiJonai gets it over to Cloud. Finds Cardoso. Cloud on the drive. Jump pass over to Sheldon. Sheldon gets it over to Cardoso, who gets away from Honshu, and she's eating her alive down there. It's 49-41. Sabrina over to Honshu. Honshu finds Pauline Astier. Astier drives left, throws it back out to Honshu. Loads up for another three. In and out. Sabrina offensive rebound and put back. Good follow there by Sabrina to get the miss. And it's back to a 6-point game. Ball over to Cardoso, over to Cloud. Cloud, another 3. Oh, Natasha Cloud is absolutely killing from 3. That's her third 3 of the quarter. And she's up to 16 points. Sabrina shoots the midi, and it's off. It looked off. 9-point game here. JC Sheldon with the ball for the Sky. Gets it over to Carrington. Back up top to Sheldon. Over to Cardoso. Finds Cloud. Cloud backs out. Natasha Cloud coming for vengeance here in this third and final game between the Liberty and the Sky. She walks into a midi. Short on that one. Fight for the rebound. Carrington gets the offensive rebound and puts it in. Liberty getting beat on the offensive glass yet again. Sabrina into the paint. Sabrina over to Pauline. Loads up for a deep 3. In and out. And it goes to Azare Stevens. And this quarter mercifully ends for the Liberty. They go down 11 at the half. 54-43. The Liberty is getting out-hustled, outworked. They just can't do a damn thing. Down 11. They have like 13 turnovers in the first half. It's just all bad for this team right now. Man, this is wow. 54-43. You could just see it. They're just not together. It's I don't know, man. I don't know. This team is just something else. And the injuries don't help. No Jonquel Jones after the first couple minutes. Only played 6 minutes in the game before she had to go out. Already without 2 other star players. Whatever, man. It is what it is. Let's take a look at stuff at halftime. Let's take a look. Score is 54-43 at the half. Liberty were tied 24-24 with the Sky at the first. They give up 30 points in the second quarter, 30-19. They're down 11 here at the half. For the Liberty, Breanna Stewart, 17 minutes, 9 points, 2 rebounds, but also has 2 turnovers. She's shooting pretty efficient tonight compared to nights past. You got Rickea Allen. Only took 2 shots. She hasn't made one. Jonquel Jones, if you're just joining, turned her ankle, and she was in a bit of pain there when she did. Went to the locker room, and we haven't seen her since. She has 5 points in 6 minutes. 7 for Sabrina Ionescu, 3 for 6, has 5 assists, 3 turnovers, some ill-advised passes. Just has to take way better care of the ball. Pauline Astier with 2 turnovers herself. She has 8 points. Helped the Liberty a little afloat there in the second quarter. Off the bench, Raquel Carrera played 1 minute. Honshu with 12 minutes, 10 points. She's getting beat on the boards, though, and she's getting killed by Kamilla Cardoso. 4 for Beck Gardner. None for Johannes and Fotux. Fotux hasn't played well since she got her contract converted, so maybe they need to deconvert it back to a developmental. Deconvert is not a word, but you know what I'm trying to say. Rescind. Chicago Sky, Azare Stevens, 10 minutes, 10 points, 4 of 8 shooting with 4 rebounds. Cardoso with 8 points and 4 rebounds. 7 for Courtney Vandersloot with 4 assists. Natasha Cloud on a revenge game right now. 17 minutes, 16 points, 4 of 5 from 3, 6 of 10 overall. And Sydney Taylor, usually the player that kills us, coming back from a groin injury, only has 4 points so far. Off the bench, Elizabeth Williams, 4 minutes, 1 point. Dejanay Carrington, 8 minutes, 4 points. And 7 minutes, 4 points for Gabriela Jaquez. They're shooting 48% from the field, 33% from 3. But if we look at the team stats, you'll see where we're getting killed. Looking at the rebounding, 21-15 in favor of the Sky. They're beating us on the offensive rebounds, 10-3. We're beating them in defensive rebounds, 12-11. It's the second chance opportunities that's killing us here. Also, the turnovers, 12-7 in turnovers. We've given up 11 points off of our 12 turnovers. They've given up 6 points off of their 7 turnovers. I wish I could see second chance points on this website, but I can't. But the Liberty, see, they're shooting well from the field. They can't buy anything from 3, but they'll continue to take him 3 for 15 from 3. But it's the turnovers and the second chance points that's killing the Liberty right now. Let me see some of your comments here. Ashman said Liberty might be worse than the Sun. I mean, they barely beat them the other day. Mr. Ghost, I can't believe New York Liberty are really losing to this trash Sky team. 11, yep. Yeah. Cardoso is a problem, and Honshu can't deal with her. Highland said the Liberty last offseason should have tried to acquire Angel Reese from Chicago. She could have been the missing piece they needed. I don't know. I wouldn't have minded Angel here, but I don't know if Jonathan Kolb was thinking that. Chris DeMarco needs to be fired by the New York Liberty. He's doing a terrible job. Yeah, that's a lot of people's sentiment. Hammond got kicked out the Dream game. Damn, I looked down for a second. I looked back up and she got kicked out. Really? Yeah. Becky Hammond ejection. Atlanta's currently up 43-35 in that game. 43-35. Let's take a look at the other games that took place today. While we have some time here. So you got earlier games. LA and Connecticut played. LA beat Connecticut 85-77. Olivia Nelson-Ododa led the way for the Sun with 18 points. Ray Burrell was the leading scorer for the Sparks with 19. And then Indiana and Toronto played. Indiana scores over 100 again. They averaged the most points per game as a team in the league, 101-95 versus the Tempo. Kelsey Mitchell with 29 points in the win. Marina Mabry with 22 points in the loss. Brittany Sykes came back. How much did she have? Let me see. Brittany Sykes ended the game with 15 points in her return. 15 points in her return. Damn, Anissa Morrow had 14 points, 16 rebounds off the bench. Anissa Morrow played 29 minutes in this game. Caitlin Clark had 24 points, 7 assists. Also had 7 turnovers, but I guess it didn't really matter. 16 for Aaliyah Boston. And you had 13 for Sophie Cunningham off the bench. Cool. And let's take a look at this box score for the other game that's going on. 48-41, Dream on top of the Aces right now with about a minute 20 to go here in the second quarter. You have 13 from Reese with 5 rebounds, 11 for Alicia Gray, 10 for Jordan Canada, 7 for Ryan Howard. For the Aces, you have 14 from Asia, 10 from Chelsea, 7 from Jackie, and then not too much from everybody else. Pretty low scoring game there. Not low scoring, but a pretty interesting game there. Let's take a look at the upcoming schedule. So tomorrow there's 2 games. So Toronto on a back-to-back. I guess they have to fly to Washington tonight and play Washington tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. And then Minnesota will play Golden State. We'll be doing a watch along for that game. That game's at 10 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. Thursday, Indiana and Dallas will be doing a watch along for that game, 8 p.m. on Prime. Connecticut and Vegas at 10 p.m. And then Atlanta and Vegas at 10 p.m. Jonquel Jones did get hurt. Jonquel Jones did get hurt in the first quarter. So we don't know if she will come back. We haven't seen her on the bench since she got hurt. So we'll keep an eye out Friday, you got Ion matchup, Minnesota and Washington, Golden State and Chicago, Portland and Toronto. On Saturday, you got Indiana and New York. From New York, I'll probably go to that game. I mean, depending on how they look tonight, I might avoid the game. I can't lie to you. I might sell my tickets or something because I don't want to see another. Especially if John Cole Jones is out a couple more games. If this injury is serious, yeah, I might have to sell them tickets. Connecticut and LA at 9 p.m. and then Atlanta and Phoenix at 10 p.m. And then Sunday we got a couple games: Seattle and Dallas, Indiana, Chicago, Washington, Portland, and Vegas and Toronto. So those are the upcoming games going all the way through Sunday. I'll be doing watch-alongs for a couple, so make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you're new here so you stay tapped in when I go live. For those who are unaware, the WNBA released the location of the 2027 All-Star Game. All-Star Game will take place in the Bay Area. San Francisco got the rights or one whatever. I don't even know how they selected, but they will be the host of the 2027 All-Star Game. It'll be July 30th and 31st, if I remember correctly. If I go home, they should tell me here. Yep. Valkyries to host WNBA All-Star Game heading to San Francisco. Okay, the Shooting Skills Challenge will return for its second year and be held on July 30th, along with the three-point shootout, and then the All-Star Game will be on July 31st. Since its inaugural season in 25, Golden State has led the league in attendance and recorded 41 consecutive sellouts in its state of arena, which is the Chase Center, which opened in 2019. So salute to the Golden State Valkyries in the city of San Francisco hosting the All-Star Game. Slime told I'm actually watching the game here on the screen. I'm actually watching the game, but we're at halftime right now. Thanks for your question though. For everybody who's inquiring, I do watch the game live. I give you guys play-by-play just like how you would be watching it on TV, but I can't show the actual game on the screen because they will block my account, suspend my account, especially because I like to archive these streams or leave these streams up when I'm done. That's the reason I cannot show the actual footage on your screen. Some other news that went down. The Valkyries clinched the playoff game against when they beat Dallas yesterday. I think it was yesterday. We were watching that game. 78-70, clinch a spot in the playoffs. The expansion team has now clinched a spot in the playoffs for the second consecutive season. Currently, they're the number 2 seed in the WNBA. So they went from making it as an 8 seed to being the 2 seed right now. As we go to half, it's funny. Atlanta's up 11 on Vegas, just like Chicago's up 11 on the Liberty. 52-41 the Dream. Jeez. 52-41 the Dream on top. If you're just joining our stream here, we're at halftime. The Liberty are down 54-43 to the Chicago Sky. Kyle Lanning said LA has never hosted an All-Star game, and they probably won't for another couple years. They'll probably go to some of these other cities. Dude, it might be Toronto next year. The year after. It might be Portland one of these years. If Atlanta finally moves to another arena, they'll probably do it there as well. So, probably a couple other places. Young Riot says, game's got to be rigged how they both down 11. It's just a coincidence, my friend. Such a coincidence. Salute to everyone here. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, follow. We'll be back tomorrow for some more WNBA watch-alongs. But right now, we're at halftime. This halftime feels extremely long. Halftime feels extremely long. As I say that, they're finally coming back to the broadcast. So let's see how the Liberty respond here. And I still don't see Jonquel Jones. So I'm guessing she won't return for the rest of this game. Because she's been out since the first and I don't see her. Yep, she's out for the rest of the game. They just said it on the broadcast. So now we have to deal with Honshu main center hoops with no other big on the roster. Well, here we go. They're showing the comparison between the first 25 games and the last 11 games. Liberty were 13-12 in the first 25, 9-2 in the last 11. Points per game went up, rebounds went up, assists went up, turnovers went down. Field goal percentage went up, but now the turnovers seem like they've returned. Because right now the Liberty, what they have, 13 turnovers, I think I said. So, let's see how the Liberty respond in this second quarter without one of their big guns in Jonquel Jones. Liberty team has to adapt once again after losing another player. Liberty with 12 turnovers total. There we go. All right, so let's see how the Liberty respond here. They won't start with possession here in the third quarter. Chicago does. It's Honshu getting the starting center lineup to start this quarter. As Cloud drives baseline out to Sheldon, who wide open for three, can't get it to go. Liberty leaving players wide open. Natasha Cloud with an easy baseline drive, swing to Cardoso, swing to Sheldon, who misses the wide open three. Astier with the ball. Down to Stewie, guarded by Azare Stevens. UConn versus UConn. Stewart tries to left hand hook it and can't get it to go. Cloud with the rebound. Cloud down to Cardoso, poked away by Honshu, but they call a foul on Honshu. So it stays Chicago basketball. Thailand, I think Dallas will eventually host because they're moving to to Dallas instead of playing in Arlington. So I can see that happening. Cardoso, Hasty outruns the steal. Vandersloot with the midi, and Stewart gets the rebound. That should have been a steal from Astier. She just ran right past the steal. Astier with the ball, loads up for a three off the back of the rim. And an outlet to Cloud, who outruns everybody and lays it in. 13-point deficit for the Liberty here. Doesn't seem like anything's improved as Sabrina goes baseline, goes up, and scores. They always got to wait for somebody to score to try and respond. 56-45, Sabrina up to 9 points. Ball over to Cloud. She's been the Liberty killer in this one. Ball down to Stevens, and they call a three in the key by Pauline Astier. So a technical free throw for Sheldon, and she misses. So the Liberty get away with one there. Can't give away free points when you're trying to make a comeback. Liberty down 11, 56-45. Ball and play with Vandersloot. Vandersloot comes off the screen. Vandersloot stops. Throws it out to Cloud. Cloud backs out. 5 on the shot clock. Cloud drives downhill, scoops it in, and scores. Blew right by Breanna Stewart and scooped it in high off the glass. And she's up to 20 points, Natasha Cloud. And a foul there on the drive by the Liberty. Natasha Cloud, have a night. 58-45. They can't stop her. She's knocking down threes. She's getting to the basket. They cannot stop her. Sabrina Ionescu gets it into Pauline Astier. Pauline with the ball. Pauline off the screen. Finds Beck Allen. Pump fakes for three. Beck Allen up top to shoot with 4 on the clock. With Sabrina. Sabrina over to Beck Allen. Loads up for a three. And Beck Allen. Oh, sorry. I hit the mic. Beck Allen knocks down the three. Her first three of the game. 58-48. 10-point game. Jordan. It doesn't seem like she will return. They said she is out the rest of the game. Jonquel Jones out the rest of the game. Kamilla gets to the paint and draws the foul. Han Shu just cannot guard Kamilla Cardoso. Who wins? 73% of y'all said Liberty would win. And right now they're down 10. So Cardoso at the line for 2 free throws. Knocks down the first. And there's no other big to guard her with Jonquel Jones in the locker room. I mean, if you had a 6'11" person, you would think she would be able to guard Cardoso, but she's just not strong enough. As Cardoso misses the second. Salute Mats for the 100 joules. On ball with Sabrina. Comes off the screen. Sabrina finds Han Shu. Right corner three. And there's no need to take such a quick three. Outlet to Vandersloot. Finds Azare Stevens. Azare Stevens downhill. Hook pass to Cardoso. Misses. Han Shu with the rebound. Sabrina off the screen. Sabrina downhill. Finds Beck Allen in the right corner for three. And that's 2 threes for Beck Allen. And it's a single-digit game. 59-51. Salute Hashman for the joules. Ball over to Vandersloot. Vandersloot picks up her dribble. Out to Stevens. Stevens downhill. Just gets right downhill. No resistance and lays it in. Back to a 10-point game. And Sabrina almost turns it over again. Throws a lazy outlet pass. Gets tipped out of bounds by Natasha Cloud. Sabrina gets it out to, who's this? Stewie. Stewie finds Sabrina. Sabrina throws up the floater and draws the foul. Salute for the Flow State Hashman. Salute, salute. So Sabrina will go to the line for 2 free throws. Liberty can't afford to trade baskets here. They have to string together some stops. Jonquel Jones is not playing. Jonquel Jones is not playing. I need to pin that somewhere. Sabrina knocks down the first. Ball in play here with the Liberty. 61-53. Ball back to Cardoso. Cardoso hands it back to Vandersloot. Vandersloot jump pass to Cardoso. And then a foul there by Han Shu on the pass. Thurston, what's going on? Salute, salute. Thanks. Appreciate that. I don't know, my friend. If you bet her for something and she didn't get it, maybe it's a loss. She got hurt, so I don't know. Ball over to Stevens. Stevens back to Vandersloot. Vandersloot comes off the screen. Pass over to Cardoso. Cardoso gets blocked there by Han Shu. And that should be a jump ball. Good D there by Han Shu. Took the first bump in the chest and used those long arms to get the block. So it's a jump ball between the 2 tallest players on the court, Cardoso versus Han Shu. Hopefully Han Shu can win this jump ball. (61-53). Liberty down 8. Have been down as much as 14 in this game. So I'm not sure what the confusion is here. It looks like the referees are discussing something here. I'm not too sure what the holdup is. It looks like they're trying to get the shot clock fixed. They're still at the table. While they do that, I'm gonna just put this. Jonquel Jones is out the remainder of left ankle injury for Jonquel Jones. But Honshu's doing what she can on the offensive end. But Cardoso tips it, but right to Stewie. Stewie with the ball. Stewie pushing up the court. Stewie cross court to Beck Allen. Other side for three this time. And Beck Allen with 3 threes in the quarter. Timeout Chicago. Now Beck Allen in the group for the revenge game here. Beck Allen, no hesitation on those 3 threes. And the Liberty on the comeback trail. Stewie cross court pass to Beck Allen, loads up, holds the follow through, and cashes out right in front of the Chicago bench. Liberty on the run here. 5-point game, 61-56. As we go to a timeout. Just coming to that pen. Salute for the Jewels, Mads. Appreciate you, the chili. Salute, salute. All right, so the Liberty on a little bit of a run here, led by Rickea Allen. Funny, beginning of the season, people was talking smack about Rebecca. So that's what we like to see. Let me look at the box score right quick while we have some time. So Rickea Allen, scoreless in the first half, has 9 points here in the third quarter. 9 of their 13 points. You have Breanna Stewart with 9 still. 5 for Jonquel if you're just joining us. Jonquel Jones out the remainder of the game. 11 for Sabrina. 8 for Pauline Astier. And then you have 10 for Honshu off the bench. And 4 for Gardner. So you have 14 points from your bench. For the Chicago Sky, Natasha Cloud, her own revenge game, 20 points in 21 minutes with 5 rebounds, 12 for Stevens, 9 for Cardoso, 7 for Vandersloot, 4 for Sid Taylor, and her first game back from the groin injury that she missed 5 games with. 1 for Elizabeth Williams, 4 for both Dejanay Carrington and Gabriela Jaquez. So Liberty on a bit of a run here, led by Rickea Allen. Liberty still got to string together some more stops. They're within 5, the closest they've been since that second quarter when Chicago went on that 9-0 run. So we have 5.5 minutes left here in the third quarter. First quarter was tied 24-24. Jonquel Jones got hurt in that first quarter. Turned her left ankle. She is out the remainder of the game. Second quarter is where Chicago took their lead. They outscored the Liberty 30-19 in the second. Liberty have now outscored them 13-7 in the third. Vandersloot downhill, goes for the scoop. Cardoso gets the rebound over Honshu, and a foul there on Breanna Stewart. We got to get these rebounds. Honshu, we need you. You're doing good offensively, but we need you to get these rebounds. You're the only one who can help us out here against Cardoso. And Cardoso misses the first free throw. I mean, we have nothing else. There's no other big that could deal with Cardoso. So as long as she's playing, Honshu's going to have to play as Cardoso knocks down the second. 62-56. Breanna Stewart, Pauline Astier, Sabrina, Honshu, and Beck Allen on the court. Stewie over to Sabrina. Sabrina with the ball. Gets the screen from Honshu. Gets downhill. Sabrina goes up, scoops it up, and smokes the layup. Rebound by Cardoso. Cloud pushing quickly. Gets stopped by Stewart. Cloud gets downhill, goes for the scoop, and scores again. She keeps getting to her right hand and scooping and scoring off the glass. Paulie Nasty, a crossover, finds Sabrina, and Sabrina catches it out of bounds. Liberty do so good, and then they just revert to doing stupidness. For only the first turnover this quarter, but Sabrina misses a layup, and then you come down and we turn it over. 64-56, lead back up to 8. Vandersloot over to Cardoso. Cardoso finds Sid Taylor, pump fakes. Sid Taylor comes off the screen, throws up a one-handed floater. Stewie gets the rebound. Stewie over to Sabrina. Let's take care of the ball here. Sabrina finds Beck Allen. No hesitation, but she steps out of bounds. She knocks the three down, but she stepped out of bounds. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You cannot be serious. You gotta watch your feet there. At least she made the three, so we know she's hot right now. But damn. Ball and play here with the Sky. And Vandersloot with the ball. Liberty back-to-back turnovers there. Gets it over to Cardoso. Cardoso hands it off to Cloud. Cloud comes off the screen. Cloud gets back to that right hand. Throws it over to Sid Taylor in the corner for three. And she buries it. So you step out of bounds on a made three on one end. Sid Taylor buries it on the other. It's back to an 11-point game. This team, bro, I tell you. Breanna Stewart downhill, throws up the floater. No, oh, they called a foul. I didn't hear the whistle. They're showing the replay. Breanna Stewart downhill. That was saying she got hit on the elbow. That's the consistency that we talk about with the Liberty. They do well in spurts, and then they just have brain farts. As Breanna Stewart knocks down the first free throw. Yeah, what up, Fabian? Yeah, the defense is terrible. Can't keep our players in front of us, which causes us to overhelp, which leads us to leaving players wide open. 67-58, lead back to single digits here. Liberty got as close as 5 just a couple moments ago. And it went right back up to 11. Now Sabrina gets the steal here. Sabrina pushing in transition. Sabrina slow step layup. She makes that tough layup, but missed the earlier one. But we'll take it. 7-point game. Sabrina with the layup over Natasha Cloud. Cloud with the ball. Gets it cross court to Taylor. Taylor wide open corner three. Cardoso just reaches over Carrera, gets the rebound, and one. Boxing out is not good enough. You have to box out and jump. You can't just box out. Raquel Carrera checks in to give people a break. She did the boxing out part, but she's just too short. Cardoso just grabbed it right over her head and laid it in. Cardoso up to 12 points, looking for the three-point play, and knocks it down. I mean, she's a tall player. What can you do? But you gotta try something else. It's 10-point game. Maureen Johannes back into the game. She's had a quiet night. Maureen with the ball gets it over to Sabrina. Sabrina comes off the screen. Sabrina gets downhill, scoops it past Cardoso, and scores. Scoops it with the right hand on the left-hand side past Cardoso. She's up to 15 points. Natasha Cloud with the ball. Cloud finds Sydney Taylor. Got to step up on that. Finds Cardoso on the roll. Dejanay in the right corner. And she's too strong. Rebound to Beck Allen. And see if the Liberty can cut into it here. Stewie over to Sabrina. Sabrina, deep three. And Cardoso just tips it to herself like she's playing with a toddler. Sabrina could have stepped in a little bit more. She was wide open. Could have took a dribble in and pulled. But it is what it is. Cloud with the ball. Snakes it. Finds a cutting Taylor. Taylor reverse layup is beautiful. And it's a 10-point game again. Ball over to Maureen Johannes. Finds Brianna Stewart. Stewart at the top of the key here. 2.5 to go. Hand off to Beck Allen. Beck Allen wide open for three. Beck Allen for three off the dribble. Not really her shot off the dribble three. And it's a 10-point game. Sid Taylor walks into a three off the front of the rim. We'll take it. And Sabrina with the rebound. Liberty just can't. They just can't cut further into this deficit. They cut it to 5 and it went right back up to double figures. Stewart hop steps through the lane, throws up the floater over Cardoso and scores. And a timeout by Chicago. 8-point game again. 72-64. 8-point game. 1:59 to go in the third. Liberty only outscoring Chicago 21-18. Can't keep trading buckets. They have to get stops and cut into this deficit. Lips, what happened to Jones? She hurt herself in the first quarter. (72-64). Liberty cut it to 5. That's as close as they've got in a while. But now it's back to 8. Do I think the Liberty come back? Hopefully. Your name's not popping up, so I don't know what your name is on TikTok. Salute to you. Where's Azare? Azare's on the bench. I haven't seen her in a while. I'm not too sure what the deal is. Let me see if there's anything reported on Azare. Nope, I haven't seen anything reported on any Azare injured or anything. So we're coming back to the broadcast now, showing that last Brianna Stewart basket. Do I think Azare scores 8 more? 8 more? Probably not, but listen, who knows? She's still on the bench now as we resume possession. Banham, Cloud, Williams, Carrington, and Hawkes with the ball. Cloud gets to the foul line. Jumper is wide open. She knocks it down. She's having one of her best games of the season. 24 points for Natasha Cloud on 10 of 14 shooting. She's absolutely killing the Liberty. Mitch, salute for the Jewels. Appreciate you. Ball down to Carrera. Carrera goes up. Off balance. Tries to bank it in. Can't get it to go. Hawkes gets it over to Cloud. Ball with Banham. If Natasha Cloud's having a career night, we got to be able to stop her. Ball over to Williams. Back to Cloud. Cloud dribbles back out. Cloud finds Banham. Banham with 5 on the clock. Banham crosses over to Cloud. Cloud, deep 3. Grazes the front of the rim. Carrera tips it over to Stewart. Good defensive stop here. Can the Liberty capitalize? Stewart with the crossover. Crosses back over to the left. Hands it off to Sabrina. Sabrina finds Carrera. Back to Sabrina. Sabrina dribbles right. She's in the corner. Right to left crossover. Gets into the paint. Finds Stewie with 4 on the clock. Stewie goes up. Floater is up and good from the right baseline. Salute Mitch for the Jewels. Appreciate you. Ball over with Cloud. Cloud for 3. Long rebound. And the Liberty cannot get the offensive rebound. It bounces right in front of them. My gosh. Ball with Carrington. Carrington, in and out dribble. Carrington gets downhill. Off balance. Gets blocked from the side by Brianna Stewart. Shot clock is off. Sabrina with the ball. Picks up her dribble. Gets it over to Carrera. Carrera back to Sabrina. 9 on the clock. Sabrina says clear out. Guarded by Natasha Cloud. The two former backcourt mates going at it. Sabrina walks into a 3 off the back of the rim. Beck Gardner offensive rebound. Lead is 8 for Chicago at the end of the third quarter. Why Sabrina shooting that shot? You can't throw a rock in the ocean from 3 and you continue. You've been having all your success going to the basket. You insist on shooting these deep 3s and just brick squad out there. Oh my gosh, bro. Julia, what's up? Says JJ really no JJ really exposes a lot of the Liberty flaws. She's so underrated. Yeah, they don't have another big that can do everything that she can do. Hanshu is nice, but her defense, on ball defense, leaves a lot to be desired. Her positioning leaves a lot to be desired. Salute for the Jules, Mitch. Salute, salute. Like silly stuff like that, just ill-advised shots. You have last possession, time on your side. You call for the screen, then you just take a wild off-balance three for no reason. Continue to get downhill. It's like shot selection is my issue with this team. But anyways, Liberty down 8. Could have been worse, right? It could be worse. So fourth quarter, I mean, they're gonna have to give it all they got. It looks like Atlanta's handling business over in Vegas. Becky Hammond got ejected. It's 60-49 with 6.5 to go in the third quarter. Not out of the realm of possibility that Vegas can come back, but you never know. Julia says Hanshu can't be a proper big. No defense, no rebounds. Yeah. Cardoso is absolutely using and abusing her down there. Lars says I need her to hit a 3 and 2 more. Salute, Mitch. Appreciate you, my friend. Salute, salute. Appreciate all the jewels you've been sending. Oh, this team is very frustrating, people. Very frustrating. 74-66. No Jonquel Jones, got hurt in the first quarter. Out for the rest of the game with a left ankle injury. Liberty now down to one big. Salute Hashman for the jewels. One big, and that's Hanshu. She's good in spurts. You can't play her a whole game. She especially against a competent big. She'll get eaten alive. Outcast says New York fixtures, not Liberty. Yeah. They're the builders. They building brick houses out there. Breanna Stewart on that last baseline floater. 3,000 points with the Liberty. Fastest in W history to reach 3,000 points for a single team. Salute Breanna Stewart. Salute Mitch for the laughing disco. Liberty get ball to start the fourth quarter. Breanna Stewart will start the fourth quarter on the bench to get some rest. Hopefully the Liberty can string together some solid possessions here and don't let the lead get out of hand. All right, ball in play here. So Sabrina, Marine, Hanshu. Marine off balance, loses the Rachel Bann on foul line jump shot, fight for the rebound, and it gets tipped out of bounds. Liberty ball. Bruh. It's like the ball is lava right now. We just can't, we don't want to hold on to it. Sabrina finds Hanshu out to Marine. Marine, we need you now. Let's do something positive here. Hanshu at the left elbow, spins, loses the ball, gets it back, reverses, hook shot is good. Salute for the, man said the 6'7" jewel, salute. 74-68, Hanshu with the hook shot. It looked ugly, but she got it done. Liz Williams gets it over to Vandersloot off the screen. Guarded by Marine with 8 on the shot clock. Vandersloot gets a rescreen. Vandersloot, jump pass out to Gabriela Jaquez on the drive. Stops, loses the ball. And look, Beck Allen drives on the floor, gets it to Sabrina, who gets it over to Marine. Gets it back to, oh, that's Annalie Maley. Excuse me. It wasn't Beck Allen. It was Annalie Maley. As Sabrina gets downhill, goes under the basket, finds Maley. Maley, oh, I thought she was going to shoot that. Down to Hanshu. Hanshu passes over, ball gets deflected and stolen. Oh my God. We can't get out our own way here, people. Oh my days. Carrington for 3, she misses. Sabrina with the rebound. Hanshu was 6'11", getting the ball tipped on passes. Sabrina with the ball, drives left, finds Beck Allen, goes up and lays it in. Beck Allen with the layup is good. Oh My broadcast just froze. It just replayed that Beck Allen layup, but I'll take it. 4-point game. Natasha Cloud checking back in at the next dead ball. Beck Allen up to 11 points. Now let's play some defense here. Ball over to Vandersloot. Vandersloot loads up a deep three off, and Melee chases down the rebound. Ball over to Sabrina. Let me sit up a little bit here. Sabrina against Carrington. Comes off the screen going left. Sabrina stops, spins, and they call a travel. Try to do too much. Stop turning the ball over, please. Got like 40 turnovers. Outcast, listen, you have better faith than me. I got to see us in the lead for us to... I was at that LA game when Ray Burrell started going crazy. I seen that in person. I know what this team is capable of in a bad way. Ball out to Carrington. Carrington on the drive. Throws up the floater. Can't get it to go. Stewart is back in and gets the rebound. Liberty with a chance to make it a one-possession game. Lob pass to Beck Allen. Beck Allen goes up. Misses the layup. Stewie comes in with the rebound. Over to Beck Allen. Beck Allen on the drive. Down the lane. Left hand layup is good. Beck Allen with 4 points in the quarter. It's a 2-point game. Come on. Come on. Listen, Beck Allen said I could have a revenge game too. I could have a revenge game too. 2-point game. Timeout Chicago. That's what I like to see. Put some respect on Beck Allen's name. He the reason we back in this game to be 100, keep it 100 with y'all. So Liberty are back within 2. Listen, let me calm down. I've seen this before. Let me calm down. That's good. We're just keep it going. Yeah, Outcast. I mean, history. They say history repeats itself, but it's not always true. You know, I've seen games where they've been up and lose. I've seen games where they've been down and win. This team is just inconsistent in that way. We're in a timeout right now. Liberty on the comeback trail. This is the closest they've been since like the beginning of the second quarter. They're outscoring Chicago 6-0 here in the fourth. Salute for the clutch jewels. Salute, Mitch. Appreciate everyone who's tapped in right now. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, follow. On the floor right now, I don't think Azare Stevens was on the floor. Now she is on the floor. She is on the floor. Azare Stevens, Vandersloot, Cloud, Williams, and Carrington are going to be the 5 that's out there. Liberty on an 8-0 run in the last 3.5 minutes. Woosa, woosa, woosa. Salute, Outcast. Salute. From the Philippines. Appreciate it. What time is it out there? Got to probably be like midday or something. Salute to everyone tapped in. TikTok, YouTube, Twitch. I thought this game looked like it was getting ugly, but Liberty hanging around. Have cut it to 2 here. Let me make sure that I'm up to speed here. My broadcast froze when Beck Allen went to shoot that layup earlier. So I'm just make sure I'm as up to speed as possible. It's 10:30. Oh, it's morning time out there. Salute. Oh, so you guys are like almost basically 12 hours ahead of us in the Philippines. Got you. Leading scorers in the game. You have 2 for the Liberty, 15 for Sabrina and Brianna. And for the Sky, it's the Natasha Cloud Show. 24 points to lead her team in scoring. 10 of 16 shooting. Beck Allen with 13 points. She got the block of the game on the broadcast. 13 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block. All right, Liberty defending here. They sub in Marine Fotooks guarding Natasha Cloud. She's out there with Annalie Melee as Cloud drives, gets cut off. Cloud drives again, off balance, throws it up and banks it in. Natasha Cloud doing whatever she wants out there. Contested, not contested. and banks it in. Salute Mitch for the jewels. 26 for Natasha Cloud. This time she drove left off balance, just threw it up off the glass and scored. 4-point game. Marine over to Maley. Maley loads up a three off the front of the rim, and Cardoso snags the rebound. That was a good look by Maley, but I'm not super confident. Cloud comes off the screen. She shoots a three, misses. Beck Allen with the rebound. Gets it over to Fotux. Finds Johannes. Marine Johannes with the ball. Johannes finds Beck Allen. Beck Allen for three. Oh, it's off the rim. All right, let's not get happy with the threes now. Cardoso with 10 rebounds. Carrington with the ball. Carrington over to Cloud. Down to Cardoso. They called a foul on Maley before Cardoso was able to lay it in. That was a size advantage. What up, Miracle? I just seen your comment. Stopping by to say hi as I'm stressing out with the Aces game. Plus, we lost Becky to a Jackson. Coach went all. New York Liberty Becky from Salute, Miracle. I appreciate you. Hope all is well. All right, so let's see. Carrington inbounds to Stevens. Stevens gets it poked away by Brianna Stewart. It stays Chicago ball with 12 seconds on the shot clock. 6:04 to go. Sabrina is back in. Fotux is guarding Cloud. Cloud saying something to Fotux. Cloud comes off the screen. Cloud gets downhill, takes the midi, and she misses that one. Rebound to Sabrina. Just got to let Cloud get in her head. Thinks she can take over. Stewart with the ball. Liberty need to score here. They were on a nice run and then started taking threes. Sabrina steps back for a three this time. Oh, she buries it. Oh, she said, Jay, shut up. I can shoot threes. And it's a 1-point game, 76-75. My bad, Sab, you got it. Sabrina with a double-double, 10 points, 10 assists. 18 points, 10 assists, excuse me. Steal here by the Liberty. Fotux gets it over to Sabrina. Sabrina with the ball. Finds Stewie. Stewie for three in the lead. Oh, she misses everything. Hits the backboard only. Should have just went to the basket. It was a 3-on-1. It's that shot selection I'm talking about. Carrington with the ball. Guarded by Sabrina. Picks up her dribble. Cardoso down to Stevens. Stevens goes. Stevens out to Banham. Banham, quick release for three, and of course she buries it. A chance to take the lead. We take an ill-advised three, and they come down and knock down a three. Team, go to the basket. Sabrina now comes off, shoots the three, and misses. Now we're just taking threes now. Nobody wants to go to the basket anymore. Ball over to Banham. Quick release for three. Thankfully, she misses. Cardoso, one-hand tip, almost tipped it in. Sabrina with the rebound. Over to Stewie. Can we go to the basket? Fotux, pump fakes, out to Stewie. Stewie now takes a three. Oh, she buries it. Back to a 1-point game. Then they're discussing something there. I think I might want to check the shot clock here. I don't think we've taken a layup since that last timeout. We've just been shooting threes. Cloud with the ball, guarded by Fotux, over to Cardoso, finds Banham. Banham off the screen. Banham picks up her dribble, throws it out to Cloud. 8 on the clock. Oh my goodness. And Honshu goes for the steal. Cardoso spins off. It's easy. Her defensive positioning is just terrible. And a foul there by Stevens as Stewart tries to drive to the basket. I don't know why Honshu's trying to go for the steal there. Just stand your ground. That sounds crazy, stand your ground. But you know what I'm trying to say. Stay in position and defend high. Gee, Stewie knocks down the first free throw. Sydney Taylor checks back in, as well as Vandersloot. Banham and Carrington go to the bench as Stewart knocks down the second free throw. It's back to a 1-point game. Liberty down 1. They've been here a couple times before. Can they get to stop and score to take the lead for the first time since the first quarter? Cloud with the ball. Cloud comes off the screen, takes that right elbow midi, rattles in, out, and in again. We have to do better there. You're just giving her wide open looks. 28 points for Cloud. We're just giving her that wide open shot. I know you can't take away everything. As Sabrina takes a contested three off the front of the rim, Honshu gets the rebound, puts the putback, can't get it. Rebound, misses the putback again. And it goes out of bounds on the sky. Come on, you 6'11", make the shot. You 6'11". Timeout on the floor here. 3 minutes, 30 seconds left. Liberty down 3. Liberty called the timeout. Gotta make that. Honshu 4 for 10 tonight. Is Kamilla in the game? Yes, she is in the game. Kamilla with 15 points, 11 rebounds. Stevens with 12.6 rebounds. Cloud is the real catalyst. 28 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds. For the Liberty, 20 for Breanna Stewart, 13 for Beck Allen, 18 for Sabrina Ionescu with 10 assists. Honshu with 12 and 7. And Johannes 0 for 3. No points. We're in the timeout right now. In a timeout. Liberty down 3. They've been down 1 a couple times here in the fourth quarter. Just can't get over that hump. Brandon said he put 200 on New York. Salute to you, my friend. Salute to you. Looking at this Atlanta Vegas game, it's a 10-point game with 2 seconds to go here in the third quarter. So, and they get the ball to Ryan off balance 3 off the front of the rim. So they go into the fourth quarter. Atlanta's up 10. Becky Hammond gets ejected in that game. It looks like Atlanta trying to hold serve here. Salute for the Jules Mitch. Appreciate you. Salute to everyone tapped in. Appreciate all of you. I'll be back tomorrow for another watch along, a late one, 10 p.m. Eastern. Lynx. Who was it? Lynx. Valkyries. That should be a battle of the 1 and 2 seeds in the WNBA. We'll be tapped in for that one to make sure you subscribe so you get, and you turn those noti bells on so you get notified when I go live. Brandon said they're going to win, bro. Have faith. Listen, man. I'll have faith. I'll have faith. You have a quick drink. Remember, stay hydrated, people. We're still in a timeout here. Still in a timeout. Chicago. So the Liberty called a timeout, but Chicago challenged. Chicago is challenging the ruling on the floor that the ball is out on them, and it's Liberty ball. So we'll see. Let's see what the resolution here is. Liberty sort of need this possession, so hopefully it works out in our favor. I haven't seen Beck Gardner in a while. I don't know why she sort of fell out the rotation a bit. They're showing Pauline Astier with 8 points, 3 rebounds. Got Leonie Fiebich sitting next to her in street clothes. I haven't seen her in like a month. It might be out on Honshu from that angle. To the ball. So Chicago does win the challenge. And the Sky get the ball. So Liberty don't retain possession there. Sydney Taylor comes off the screen. She's been quiet. Finds Vandersloot. Ball down to Cardoso. Out to Taylor. Over to Vandersloot. Wide open for 3. And she misses. And fight for the rebound. And it's between Cardoso and Breanna Stewart. How is she able to get the rebound past 2 Liberty players? But it's a jump ball here. Hopefully the Liberty can win this jump ball. So it's between Cardoso and Breanna Stewart. Right, should have had that 2-pointer in the first place. Then you wouldn't have to worry about going about. Jump ball is won by the Liberty. We'll take it. Rickea Allen with the ball. She crosses half court. Slow it down. Let's get into an offensive set. Rickea Allen gets downhill. Gets fouled on the left-hand drive. And Rickea Allen will go to the line for 2 free throws. Foul on Azare Stevens. What's up, Liz? My sister and brother-in-law are going to the Valkyries game tomorrow in SF. Should be a good one. Golden State can test their resolve against the league leaders. Beck Allen, first free throw is up and good. Knocks down the first. What up, Edwin? Liberty needs to be aggressive by trying to go to the basket. Yeah. As Beck Allen misses the second one, trickles out. Damn. All right. So a Chicago ball 2-point game now, 83-81. Another close game here between these two teams. Cloud with a turnover. Try to hit it to Sydney Taylor in the corner. Stewart gets it over to Honshu. Finds Marine Johannes. Don't need a three. Just got a solid possession. Marine drives baseline. Pass over to Sab. But Sab shoots the three and misses. I said we don't need a three. They shoot the three anyway. Anytime we've had a chance to take the lead, we're going for the three. And it hasn't worked in our favor. Ball out to Cardoso. Cardoso over to Sydney Taylor. Sydney Taylor on the drive. Snatch back. Double teamed. And Breanna Stewart with the steal. Liberty have a 3-on-2 here. Breanna Stewart finds Sabrina. Over to Marine. Pump fakes. Reset. Three for the lead. And the lead. Come on. Marine, her first made basket of the game. Liberty have their first lead since the first quarter. 84-83. Natasha Cloud with the ball. Guarded by Sabrina. They switch. And a foul called on Honshu, trying to defend Azare Stevens. Liberty's fourth foul in the quarter. Salute, Mads. I said they 3-on-1. You got to get a good look here. Breanna Stewart finds Sabrina, finds Marine, pump fakes, resets, and finally knocks down a three. Cloud downhill gets fouled on the drive, and Natasha Cloud will go to the line for 2 free throws to try and retake the lead. Honshu, you're 6'11". There's no need to swipe down on a player that's 5 foot. Whatever. Just keep your hands high and go for the rebound. But she's trying to get the block. But Cloud misses. We'll take it. Cloud misses. Sorry, I'm looking at the TikTok comments. You need Stewart under 34 PRA. She got 38. She makes Cloud makes the second, ties the game at 84. Clutch game alert here. Sabrina with the ball, guarded by Cloud. Stewie comes up to set the screen. Gets the screen there. Sabrina keeps the dribble over to Marine. Marine finds Honshu. Loads up for a three, and she misses. Didn't need the three. Didn't need it. And rebound to the sky. Cloud comes off the screen. Cloud snakes the screen, comes back up top to 3. 10 on the shot clock, gets a rescreen again, pulls up for the midi, and she rattles that one in. Sky retake the lead, 86-84. Natasha Cloud up to 31 points. She's just getting to the midi, and a foul there by the Sky. That Sabrina was fouled. That's the first foul in the last 2 minutes here. It's Liberty basketball down 2, 86-84. Marine to inbound, gets it into Sabrina, guarded by Sydney Taylor. Ball over to Marine, right side of the court. Marine pulls up for a three, off the rim, long rebound to Cloud. The Liberty, why are we taking threes, bro? Why? 86-84, Cloud with the ball. She's having a career night here against her former team. Cardoso back to Cloud. Cloud picks up her dribble down to Cardoso against Honshu, goes up, double clutches, and scores. Timeout, Liberty. 2 ill-advised three-pointers, and now you're down 4. They go into the paint, we shoot threes. Cardoso's been killing Honshu all night long. I mean, what can you do there? What can you do? Ball, Honshu can't guard Cardoso. I mean, it is what it is at this point. So Liberty timeout here, 39.9 seconds to go. See, now in a possession like this, I would say go for a quick 2 and play defense. But you know, knowing them, they're probably gonna shoot threes. Liberty were having so much success driving to the basket, have resorted to threes. Sometimes they go in, sometimes they don't. But they're 9 for 34 from 3-point range tonight. 9 for 34. That's 26% from 3. But they insist on continuing to take them. But we seen Sabrina score 9 points in 50 seconds. We gonna need 4 in 30 in 40 seconds. So we'll see. Miracle said, Jay, this was supposed to be a chill evening. The Liberty in the other game. Aces have me stressed out. Yeah. Atlanta up 11 here with 8 minutes to go. Liberty down 4 with 40 seconds here. I think you need a quick 2 and play defense. You don't need a 3 here. Marine to inbound. Gets it into Sabrina. Sabrina takes the 3, and they take the 3 and miss. This team is a joke, bro. This team is a joke. This team is a joke. You just bricked your last 4 threes, and then you get a off-balance 3. Bro. Why? That's not a clean look, though, really. That's not really a clean look. That's not. They saying that's shot she makes, but it's not shot she makes tonight. She's 2 for 10 from 3 tonight. Like, come on. Two for 10 from 3, and that's the shot we're gonna take. Don't run no misdirection, just a simple come off the screen and shoot. Whatever. It's Sky Basketball. They're up 4 with 33 seconds to go. So Liberty, they could potentially avoid fouling. Let's see what happens here. Oh, he actually did an offense for defense substitution. Put Beck Gardner in the game. Are they gonna play it out? They go to get the ball out of Cloud's hands, gets it over to Azare, but they get the steal. Breanna Stewart with the ball. Stewart gets it over to Maley. Maley with the ball. Back to Stewart. Stewart on the drive. Now they want to go downhill. Stewart smokes the layup. This team is terrible. We got the steal. We forced the turnover. And we end up with a layup off the back of the backboard. Come on, Stewie. This game is over. 15 seconds to go. Cloud at the line makes the first. That should put the icing on it. New career high against former team Natasha Cloud. $32 points. I gotta go look at the play-by-play. This team, they took the lead with a 3, and from that point on, just chucked a bunch of threes. Cloud at the line. Second free throw is up and makes it both. 6-point game, 15 seconds to go. Late game execution, nowhere to be found. But it is what it is. Pauline Astier to inbound. Pauline, 5-second violation. I said I do not want this girl inbounding the ball in the clutch. I've said that so many times. Why do we keep having her inbound the ball? Every time she inbounds the ball in the clutch, we turn it over. Why are we fouling? Why? It's over, bruh. They fouled Natasha Cloud. This team is so bad. Jeez. She makes the first free throw. 91-84. Nine straight points since the Liberty took the lead 84-83. Now Breanna Stewart goes downhill and she banks it in now. Ball over to Vandersloot and they foul. Now they want to joke, bro. Bye, Liz. Have a good one. Team is so bad. It's like we were up 84-83 with at the 2-minute mark, and we just scored our 86th point with 5 seconds left in the game. Look at these possessions here. I think she made the free throw. I'm not even looking at the game no more, y'all. Honshu misses a 3-pointer with the game tied at 84. Then Marine takes a 3-pointer. Then Sabrina takes a 3-pointer. So we took 3 straight 3-pointers. It's 93-86. Just put me out of my misery. No, are you trying to work on his late game execution now? It's too late, bro. You had the whole 2 minutes to work on that. Ill-advised shots, man. Ill-advised shots. Jonquel Jones not dressed up now. Hopefully we'll see how that ankle is, but if she's hurt, then we're definitely cooked. Time for Kolb to go into the market, see if we can find a backup center somewhere, because this ain't gonna cut it. It's not gonna cut it with Honshu center hoops for the whole game. I don't care if it's their second loss in August. We need to beat teams like the Chicago Sky. Ashman, I appreciate you, but chill out, all right? Chill out. Marinefo took's about to inbound. Ball into Honshu. We have our center catching on. Oh my gosh. That's exactly how our night should end. A Honshu 3. 93-86 final score. Natasha Cloud, everybody hyping her up. Yeah, you got back at them. They dumped you. And you got your get back. The Sky avoid the season sweep. They win 93-86. Liberty win the season series 2-1. Team is a joke, man. Team is a joke. Box score. Let's take a look at the box score before I get off this stream. Breanna Stewart, 22 points. Missed a big layup down the stretch, 7 rebounds. Jonquel Jones, 5 points. Rickea Allen, 14 points. Was a big catalyst in the comeback. Sabrina Ionescu, 18 points. 2 of 10 from 3, though. It had 12 assists, but just kept shooting threes. Ill-advised. It's silly. 8 points for Pauline Astier. Had a big turnover down the stretch as well. 12 for Honshu. 4 for Beck Gardner. 3 for Marine Johannes. Jonquel Jones finished with 5 points in her 6 minutes before she got hurt. Liberty shoot 25% from 3 on 36 attempts. 15 turnovers. They cleaned up their turnovers in the second half. That's the only thing I'll give them credit for. They had like 11 at halftime. Only had 4 the rest of the way. Azurá Stevens had 12.7 rebounds. 17 for Cardoso with 12 rebounds. She was killing us down low. Vandersloot with 8.6 assists. 35 points for Natasha Cloud on 13 of 21 shooting. 9 rebounds, 6 assists. Sydney Taylor only 9 points tonight. Off the bench, 4 from Carrington, 4 from Jaquez, 3 from Banham, and 1 from Elizabeth Williams. Liberty had the lead 84-83 with 2 minutes left. They took three threes in a row, and they only scored 2 points from that moment on. Lose this game 93-86. Team ain't serious. All right, y'all. That's it for me. I'm going to bed. Thanks for everyone, all the super stickers, the likes, the subscriptions, the follows. I'll be back tomorrow for a game with less stakes that I care about. Lynx and Valkyries, 10 p.m. Eastern. Hope to see y'all there. I'm playing this Vegas Atlanta game in the Discord. Link is in the YouTube description. It's at the top right of your screen if you're watching on TikTok. If you want to watch this game live, 10-point game, 5.5 to go. Atlanta's up 10. All right, I'm out of here, man. Y'all have a good night. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Salute.